Hello and welcome to the 2023 European Open Classic Powerlifting Championships. We are here in a freezing cold Tartu, Estonia. My name's Joe Whiteley. I'm here all week with Martin Flett. And Martin, it's quite a warm day today, isn't it? It's only minus 14.
Yes, I hardly needed my gloves. Although when I was walking back to the hotel last night, I was worried my fingers would drop off and I'd never play guitar again.
The gloves we buy in the UK are really not up to the temperatures here. My hands were freezing too.
The trouble is, once your fingers get cold, the gloves keep the cold in. Anyway, enough of that. It's a great competition day today. And as Joe said, we've got the 69 women and the under 105 men running back to back. We're going to have good B groups, make no mistake about it, but the A groups are going to be something a little bit special, Joe.
So yeah, we have the 69 kilo women B group lifting first. We're just about to get underway. You have the running order on the screen right now. They will lift back to back with the 105 B group, and then we'll move on to the A groups at 3 o'clock and carry all those results forward. So Laura Rettig is going to lead us out. She is a lifter from Switzerland in her first international. And if you have your Swiss results on open powerlifting, you have Laura to thank for that. Second of our open powerlifting contributors to lift at this championships. And here she is. She is going to open her squat with 130 kilos. Loaders are loading the bar as we speak. And they've been a great team this week, Martin. They've been so fast.
I think the best thing you can say about them is you hardly notice them.
Exactly. So here is Laura about to do her first international squat, and that is so nerve-wracking.
You almost want it to be a bench or a deadlift, don't you?
It's the most nervous lift of all. Well, it is for me anyway. I always get super stressed before my first squat, and once you've got it on the board, the stress starts to fall away. She did 150 at the Swiss Open.
Oh, that was nice and deep.
Really smooth and controlled. She has 3 white lights and she's on the board.
Referees today from Czechia in the center chair, Ukraine and Georgia. And the technical controller, if you catch sight of him, is none other than Peep, the meet director here, who's done such a fabulous job.
Now, Laura Rettig isn't coming out again. This is Hedi Haug, Estonia, for 145. Graphics are just a little bit behind the times, I think.
Update the software.
Another home nation lifter at her first international.
Lovely and deep, but she had to work.
3 white lights, good lift for Haug, 147.5 on the bar now. For Rosalia Vega Lestegas.
Really fast on the descent.
Zamara, get ready, and the bar is loaded.
A bit slower on the way up.
Vega, España.
Rosalia Vega, Spain, opening with 147.5. Another new lifter. New to the international scene anyway, but I see from her profile card, years competing is 1, so she is brand new.
Incredible to be on the international stage so quickly. Must have huge potential. The absolute opposite of the previous squat.
And she had that smile on her face all the way up.
142.47.5 on the bar now for Nana Malmgaard of Denmark. Zamara Lulashi, get ready, bar is loaded.
Nana Malmgaard is out next from Denmark for 147.5. Again, we've not seen her on the international platform before. Nice and easy. The weight didn't present too much of a problem
Three white
there, and
lights,
she
good
got
lift,
3
on
white
board.
lights for it.
152.5
And it's great to see all these new
now.
lifters coming out doing nice and easy openers, getting one on the board. It'll build a lot of confidence as we go through.
Bars loaded, 152.5 kilos, Virginia Zamara, Italy.
And we seem to be getting Laura's profile page every time, but this is Virginia Zamara, Italy, for 152.5. Again, not lifted internationally before. We are getting a masterclass in how you put your first squat in from these new international lifters.
Chiara Lurashi of Switzerland, Jimenez. Drikishvili, get ready, bar is loaded. 152.5 kilos.
Nice step from that one,
Lurashi,
Martin.
Switzerland.
Very much
Last 2
so.
lifts in round 1.
And lots of different squat techniques on display.
Here's Chiara Lurashi. 2 Swiss lifters in this flight. She's opening with 152.5. She was at Poland last year. Squatted 150 that day, opening with 152.5 today.
And that looks good.
Nice, 3 white
Three
lights
white
and a good
lights.
lift for Lurashi. Next weight in the balance 157.5 for Silvia Jimenez of Spain. Drikishvili, Retic, get ready.
Just a couple more squats in the first group.
157.5 kilos, Silvia Jimenez.
Silvia
Spain.
Jimenez, Spain, for 157.5. I don't have any records for her from international competitions, but she lists her PB as 167.5. Very careful.
I think that's the slowest we've seen this week.
3 white lights.
3 white lights, she is on the board.
117 on the bar now. Nino Drikishvili, Georgia, Retic, Vega, get ready.
Next out, we have a more familiar face. This is Nino Trikishvili, Georgia.
Bars loaded. 170 kilos, Nino Drikishvili, Georgia.
She had a difficult time on bench in Poland last year, didn't manage to get one on the board. But she did put up a 170 squat that day. Now the best result we have from her from an international is 170, and this is her opener.
Yeah, this is her opener, 170.
So let's hope that's a well-chosen number.
And she's the last one out in the first round. Oh, that's smooth and easy.
Well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Because opening on a PB
3
and
white
making it
lights.
look
Good
that
lift,
easy,
good lift,
where's she going to end up today?
Round 1
3 white
complete.
lights.
Everyone has a lift in. That is what we like to see. 137.5.
And as the
now.
speaker
Retic,
says at the end of the
Switzerland.
first round,
Vega,
solid
Vegas,
column of
all
green.
get ready.
Every lifter has
Bars
got a
loaded.
lift in.
137.5
No
kilos,
one
Retic,
risks
Switzerland.
elimination in the squad.
So here's Laura Rettig again for her second squat. She's gone up 7.5 to 137.5.
Nope.
Not
Well
quite.
called, loaders, well
But
called.
I don't think that was a strength thing. I think she just made a
Keep Laura
mistake.
safe, she's precious. 155 on the bar now. Rosalia Vega Lestegas of
Just
Spain.
watch the
Al
replay.
Malgord, get
See if we
ready.
can see anything obvious.
Hips rose a little bit early, but Nothing too much to see
Bars
there.
loaded, 155 kilos. Rosalia
And here's Rosalia
Vega
Vega for 155.
Spain.
Oh, that's a lot of work to do for your second, but she seems quite pleased with it.
And I think your tempo was very slow as well. It's 3 white lights.
155 on the bar now. Hetty Haug, Eesti, Malgord, Zamara, get ready. Bars loaded, 155 kilos. Hetty Haug, Estonia.
Eddie Haug, and next for 155. She's gone up a full 10 kilos.
Three white lights, good lift, good lift.
Yes,
out.
3 white lights.
155 on the bar now. Nana Malmgaard, Denmark. Zamara, Lulashi, get ready. Bars loaded, 155 kilos. Malmgaard, Denmark.
We have Nana Malmgaard from Denmark coming out next for 155.
This be for a new PB. We have her listed at 152.5, 155 on the bar.
Looks good from here. And it looks good from the rest chairs too.
Yeah, she made that look quite easy for a PB, didn't she?
Virginia Zamara, Italy. Rashi, Jimenez Calawi, and Trikishvili. So get ready. Bar is loaded. 157.5 kilos. Zamara, Italy.
Here is Virginia Zamara, Italy. Taking a modest step up to 157.5. She opened on 152.5.
Oh, it's a good squad.
Three white lights. Good lift, good lift. Zamara, 160 on the bar now. Chiara Lurashi of Switzerland. Jimenez Calawi and Trikishvili. Get ready. Bar is loaded. 160
Next lifter
kilos.
out will be
Lurashi,
Chiara Lurashi, Switzerland, for 160. Just a reminder that this is the B group, the 69 kilo B group, lifting back to back with the 105 kilo B group. And we'll have the A groups lifting at 3 p.m. local time. That's Eastern European time this afternoon. Nice.
That looked very strong. That was a big PB.
Three white lights. Good lift, Lurashi.
3 white lights.
2.5 on the bar now for Silvia Jimenez Calawi of Spain. Trikishvili, Retic, get ready. Bars loaded, 162.5 kilos.
And here's Silvia Jimenez
España,
from Spain for 162.5.
Very convincing on her opener. Just another 5 kilos on the bar.
Three white lights. Good
Very
lift,
controlled
good lift.
style.
Jimenez Calabuig.
3 white lights.
177.5 on the bar now. Nico, Ricky, Billy, Georgia, Rettig, Malgord, get ready. Last lift in round 2.
Well, this will be a PB, Joe.
Yeah, it's quite a big one.
Opened-
Yeah.
Opened on a PB equaling 170.
Nino Trikishvili, Georgia.
But it certainly looked comfortable.
Oh, it's a great squat.
Yeah, bang on the money there.
Three white lights. Good lift, Trikishvili.
Well, 2 rounds, Joe, and only 1 red light.
Don't put the commentator's curse on Martin.
Switzerland.
I think I just have.
I think you just have.
Vega Lestegas, get ready. Bar is loaded, Bar is definitely loaded, 137.5
So we are
kilos.
already through
Laura
to the
Rettig,
third round of squats, and
Switzerland.
here is Laura Rettig to retake the 137.5. She missed on her second.
Yeah, the only fail of the competition so far, and we weren't sure it was a strength issue or a technique issue. This should tell us. Her PB is 142.5, so she's certainly been here before.
She did 150 at the Swiss Open, so she should have this within her capability.
No, not today.
No lift, I'm afraid.
Well,
no
it
lift
doesn't
for
always
Laura,
show up
as
every
the
day,
spot
does
is
it?
kept to
No.
safe, and that is the main thing.
Wouldn't life be simple if it did?
157.5 on the bar now.
Absolutely, but we've all been to the gym one day and it's just a little bit off. And if you're in the gym, you could say, okay, I'm going to sack it today, I'll come back tomorrow. But you can't do that in competition. You have to bring what you have on the day. Nana Malmgaard, Denmark, 157.5. Taking the smallest increment up from her second to her third. And I think she's done a great job there.
Three white lights, good lift, good lift.
Yes,
from
3
Malgor,
white lights.
160 on the bar. Rosalia Reja Lestegas is of Spain. Zamara Haug, get ready. 3 attempts to change openers, and the bar is loaded. 160 kilos.
Here's Rosalia Vega for
Reja
her
Lestegas
final squat of the day at
of
160.
Spain.
And she looks pretty happy about it.
Not many people come out smiling to a third squat
Not for your
attempt.
third squat, no.
For a new personal best.
Oh, she's
Fighting it, no.
I thought for a minute she was going
Yeah.
to push through.
Unfortunately,
Nearly.
no lift. You can't blame her for trying.
I think
though.
a few
She's still
centimetres
smiling.
higher she'd have been able to
160 on the
finish
bar.
it.
Virginia Zamarra, Italy.
But that was so
Paola
close, that will
Lurashi,
definitely
get
go
ready.
next time.
Bar is
She showed
loaded.
great fight
Kilos.
through the middle
Zamarra,
part of the
Italy.
lift there. Virginia Zamara, Italy. She's going to close out her squats with 160.
Oh, good battle.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Seemed to just stall a little bit, but she pushed
3
through.
white lights. I agree with the coach, bellissima.
Rewind lights.
165 on the bar now. Eddie Howe, Estonia.
18 minutes in and we are nearly at the end of squats.
I
on
was
the
just
first
going to
flight.
say, what's happening here? 4 squats
to
left.
Get ready. Bar is loaded.
Hedy
165
Haug is
kilos.
next out for
Eddie
165.
Howe,
Now she's
is
taken a
speed.
big jump to a third, 10 kilos up.
And this will be a 5 kilo personal best if she makes it. I thought she changed her mind for a moment there.
Here is Hedy Haug, Estonia. Now it's quite a big jump, Martin, to take a 10 kilo increase to your third. Because if you miss, you're giving a lot away.
Ah, so close. And if that had been 160, I think it would have gone.
Absolutely. So taking such a big jump, it does mean that you're leaving kilos behind.
Yeah, she did the same jump first to second as well.
It's unusual.
Bar is loaded.
Being coached today by
165
Carmen
kilos, Lurashi,
Kalula.
Switzerland. Jimenez Calabuig, Turkish-Vili,
We are
ready,
rapidly
go,
approaching the end of the squats for the ladies. Here is Chiara Lurashi, Switzerland for 165. Now I kind of missed that. It looked very
Yeah, it
fast.
looked good.
Rewind
Rewind
lights,
lights.
good lift, Lurashi. 167.5
And
on
that
the bar
is
now.
3 good squats
Sylvie
on the board for
Jimenez
Lurashi.
Calabuig from Spain, to be followed only by Turkish-Vili, and then we go into the 105 kilo men B group. Bar is
Big number
loaded.
coming up to end the round, Joe.
167.5 kilos. Jimenez
But first we have
Calabuig,
Silvia Jimenez
Spain.
from Spain for 167.5. Great job from Silvia.
2 to 1, a good lift. 2 to 1,
Called
a
for
good lift.
depth by the centre
Now loaded
referee
down to
from Czechia.
182.5
But 2 to
kilos.
1, it's good.
Kilos, 182.5 kilos.
And we have a final squat of the morning session for the ladies, and it is Nino Turkish-Vili.
Yeah, the jury is overruled. I was rather worried about that.
Yeah, looking at it from the side, it looked like it met parallel but did not break it.
So that is a no lift for Jimenez. And this is the big number we were talking about.
182.5 on the bar, just a little bit over 400 pounds. Big lift in the 69 kilo class.
And she came in with a PB of 170. And to go from 170 to joining the 400-pound squad club, that's quite a big jump. Oh no, I thought she had it.
It looked like it was
It
going.
was so close.
Sorry, that is no lift.
Really
No
was.
lift,
Probably 180 would have gone, but it's easy to be wise after the event.
235 kilos. This is for Martin Special.
And we'll just see the scoreboard, or will we, before we go into the 105s? I don't think so.
Just having a few technical issues with the graphics. They'll be back on soon.
So we're just about to get underway with the men's 105B group. We have 8 lifters.
Get ready.
And the first out is Martin Sverkel from Czechia, and 235 kilos on the bar.
So if that looks a little bit skewed, the rack, he's got one rack in. A lot of lifters do this so they don't clang the plates on the rack as they step out.
Oh, I don't think that's asked any questions of the referees. Nice and
Three
deep
wide
and
lights,
3 wide
special.
lights.
240 on the
It's nice
bar
to
now
see. We
from
haven't seen him
Greyhound.
since the 2019
Ribana.
Euros in
Is
Kaunas, so it's
Gregorachi
great to have him
Franek.
back.
Get ready.
Now next up is Reinhard
Bars
Reban.
loaded. Ribana, Estonia.
Rebana, I'm told, and it's 240 kilos on the bar for the local lifter.
50 seconds, plenty of time.
18 years of age.
He was the bronze medalist in the sub-juniors at World Juniors in Romania. Squatted 280 that day.
Looks good.
Three
Three wide lights, a reminder if you're just joining us. This is the B group of the 105s.
Van Hiesvelde, get ready.
We've already had the B group of the 69s, and the A groups will lift back to back at 3 o'clock Eastern European time this afternoon. Now Gregorachi of Malta,
Bars loaded,
Up
245
next.
kilos, weight Gregorachi, Malta.
big team from Malta here this week, Joe.
Yeah, it's been great to see. We were in Malta for the World Classic Championships and they had a big team there. And it's great to see these teams develop and come through, and they've brought a big team to the Euros too.
That is a low back squat.
I think we'd call that a very backy squat.
Yeah. But it's 3 wide lights.
He hit 260 on the in Malta.
Heinek Franek from Czechia. 265 kilos on the bar for his opener.
265 kilos, Heinek Franek, Czechia.
Another lifter we haven't seen since Kaunas.
Oh, how smooth and easy was that. 3 wide lights for Franek.
267.5.
Jeroen van Hiesveld, Belgium. I mean, it shows the standard of this competition when Van Hiesveld is in the B group. Top lifter. Experimented with the 120s, but back down in the 105s.
I've seen him lift in equipped, I think, more than I have classic. But he was in Malta for the World Championships, squatted 285 that day. Went out to the World Games in Birmingham last year. That's Birmingham, Alabama, not Birmingham, UK.
No, that's a great squat.
3 white lights.
3 white lights for Jeroen.
285 goes on the bar.
Did not put his depth in doubt.
Germany. Marta Silbau, get ready.
Now Friedrich von Hennig from Germany is up next, and he will open at 285
Bars loaded,
kilos.
285 kilos. Von Hennig, Germany.
Just ignore the graphic, it's not Van Hiesveld, we saw him lift, it is von Hennig from Germany. Now we have his PB at 310, so 285 should be well within his capabilities. And it's 2-1, a good lift.
So we have a three-man jury here who have the two camera angles as well as the live view, and they get the replays from those angles as well. If they are unanimously agreed, they can overturn the 2-1 decision.
And I think they're going to do that. I thought I saw movement towards the button, but obviously not. Now Eric Mata from Hungary. Formerly represented Great Britain, of course.
Yeah, lifted for the UK for quite a while. His teammates encouraged me to refer to him as Eric Matey, but I will refrain from doing that.
Brought that up well. Doing his own commentary.
White lights and a good lift for Eric Gabor Marta of Hungary. 290 on the bar now. Margus Silbaum, Eesti.
Now, Margus
Special,
Silbaum,
Rebane, get ready.
for so long a leading light in Estonian powerlifting.
Bars loaded. 290
Great
kilos,
lifter,
Margus
but also
Silbaum,
top coach.
Estonia.
We've often seen him in competitions so exhausted from a full week of coaching sub-juniors and juniors that when it's come to his own turn, he's had very little left.
We do see this from a lot of the coaches that lift in the heavier weight classes. You're not only physically tired, you're emotionally tired.
So come on, Margus. PB 325, 290 in the bar.
That 325 was from this year at the European Classic Masters.
Very smooth.
And that's the years of experience showing.
3 wide lights. And happy to say that at the end of the first round, every lifter has a green light against their name. And we're into the second round, and it's Martin Sverkel from Czechia, and he's gone up 10 kilos to 245. On the screen, quick reminder of where we stand after one round. Silbaum from Mata and von Hennig.
Some aggression there from Schwurzel. Arousal
Down.
levels are so important in powerlifting.
Clock ticking down to 15 seconds. He should be okay. Oh, it's lovely and deep. He's had to fight it. That looks good.
Nice, 3 white lights.
Three
Good
white
lift,
lights.
Special, 250 on the bar now. Reinhard Rebane.
Now the other Estonian lifter in the B group is Reinhard Rebana, and he is coming out to take 250 kilos.
Rebane,
So
Estonia.
Dribana means fox in Estonian.
Okay.
And his Reinhard is very close to Reynard the
It
Fox.
is, isn't it?
So he's Fox Fox.
21st century fox. He's only 18 years of age. Wow. What must it be like to be this good at that age? No. Not quite what he did earlier in the year.
No, I think he just went a little bit deeper than he intended at the bottom and couldn't get back out of the hole.
Gregoracci, Malta, Franek, Van Hiesvelder, get ready.
But I think that was just a small mistake. I think he'll come back and get that.
Now, next up, we've got Wayne Gregoracci from Malta. He's taking a 15 kilo jump to 260 kilos. Remember, if you are just joining us, and I know people are all the time,
Bars loaded,
it's
260
the
kilos. Wayne Gregoracci,
69 and
Malta.
105 B groups this morning, and back-to-back A groups at 3 p.m. Eastern European time this afternoon. Wayne Gregoracci. Getting such a low
It really is.
bar.
Hard to stand upright with the bar so far down. But he immediately leans right over. That's his style of squat.
I'm wondering if that's what the blue light is for.
I think so. I think for being... So the rule is, if the two side referees think that the start position is good, and the centre ref doesn't, the consensus is that it's good, so the centre ref will give the command, but he has to then give a red light.
Or the other alternative is, after he got the command, he leant forward and then
I don't
commenced the
think that
lift.
would be a fail though.
22.5 kilos.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
jury is
Jury has
overruled.
overruled the previous attempt. The jury has overruled.
So the blue card lockout is if you're not standing erect at the start of the lift or at the end of the lift.
Now Franek from Czechia, 282.5.
That was nice and easy.
3 white lights, good lift, Ranek. 285 on the bar now. Jeroen van Giesvelde, Belgium, von Henning.
Now
Silva,
Jeroen van Hirschveld.
Marta, get ready. Bars loaded, 285 kilos, van Giesvelde, Belgium.
No,
Well caught loaders.
It can be very difficult with that wide stance. Once you get to the bottom, you're in a little bit of a compromised position.
295 on the bar now. Friedrich von Henning.
and he was really close to his PB in that second round, only 2.5 kilos short of it. Now Friedrich von Hennig from Germany, 295 kilos. Oh, I'm not sure it was deep enough, but didn't bring it back up and made that irrelevant.
On this occasion, 305 on the bar now. Margus Silbaum is the
Margus Silbaum is next up. He's taking 305 kilos.
Bar loaded.
The European Masters 1 squat record is his currently with 325. Obviously, he can't chip a Masters record in an open competition, but he can still break it. By chip, I mean he can't put a ½ kilo increment on it.
Getting right into the zone mentally. 40 tackles is huge weight. Oh, that's a great lift.
3 white lights.
3 white lights for Silbaum.
312.5 on the bar.
And
now.
finally,
Mata,
Eric Mata,
Special,
Hungary.
Gregoracci, get ready.
312.5 kilos.
We've known Eric a long time. I think I first saw him lift internationally in Calgary in 2018. And we do like to tease, so I'm going to give him his middle name here, Eric Gabor Mata.
Yeah, I first met him in Tisted 2017. The last time the Classic was held in the summer months before we moved to the end of the year.
He's always brought a huge personality to the platform.
Absolutely. Well, he brought it up really, really well. And gets 3 white lights.
The speaker gave him his middle name as well, so that's why he was wagging his finger.
Gregoracci, Van Hiesvelder, get ready.
And there is the situation. The end of the second round, Eric Mata, as you just seen, leads with 312.5. Silvan from Estonia second with 305. On Hennig on 285 is third. And into the third round, and it's Martin Sperchel, Czechia, 250 kilos.
Now I've just seen that Rabani has scratched his third attempt. He's not going to come out again. $250 on the bar for his final attempt. Just a little bit too much today.
I'm sorry, that is no lift, no lift. Next weight on the bar, 272.5 kilos.
Yeah, and you just hope Ravana hasn't picked up a little tweak or something. He's the 18-year-old Estonian, remember, who lifted so well in the Worlds earlier in the year. This is Gregoracci from Malta. Now this is the one that was turned down for the blue.
Yeah, not stood upright enough, we think. So he's taken an interesting choice here to go all the way up to 272.5, which is a big risk.
He's going for a PB.
Possibly a national record.
Well, he's bringing it up for a lift. But will it be the same outcome or a better one? And it's a good outcome this time. 3 white lights. What a wonderful lift from Gregoracci.
Belgium, Granek, Von Hennig, Silbao and Mata, get ready.
Now, Jeroen van Hiesvelder.
Bars loaded, 285 kilos, Jeroen van Hiesvelder. Belgium.
Just 2.5 kilos below his PB. Didn't quite make it. Second time. Possibly went deeper than he had to, Joe.
Yeah.
But it's such a fine margin, isn't it? Because you don't want to go slightly higher than you have to.
You give away some kilos on strength if you go too deep, but you take the risk of drawing a red card failure if you don't go deep enough.
And of course, he's a Cat 1 referee as well. Come on, Jeroen. Better, better. Oh, yes, that's good.
See the lights. 3
And
white lights.
3 white lights. And he holds his hands to the sides and says, why couldn't I do that last time?
Czechia, Von Henning, Silbaum, Marta, get ready.
Now, Heinek Franek from Czechia is taking 292.5 kilos. When you see the graphic, remember that is in the B group, the positions. It's not necessarily, in fact, it's most unlikely it would be for a bronze medal given what's coming this afternoon.
Well, we have Anatoly Novopismeny lifting this afternoon, and he squats 365. It's a bit of an outlier, though. I think there's a bit of a drop off to the next biggest squatter.
We got Norlin and Pape and others. Oh, that looks good. That's a great squat. 3 wide lines.
3 white lines, good lift, good lift. Franek, 295 goes on the bar now. Friedrich von
Now
Hennig,
295
Silbaum, Marta,
for
get
Von
ready.
Hennig.
Last 3 squats
3
of this morning's
lifters
session.
to go. And then we'll have a 10-minute break and come back and do it all again in bench press. Oh, he's brought it up this time. And he likes it. And no, my immediate instinct was it was high. Of course, as a commentator, you can't say that.
Oh, we can have our own opinions, I think. They don't affect the course of the competition.
Now, I just worry when they show the highlights reel to their friends and the commentator says it's high and they get 3 white lights. But this is Margus Silbaum, 315 kilos. Only 10 kilos off his Masters 1 record. No.
Well caught, loaders, well caught. That is
Again,
no
this
lift,
platform
Silbaum,
crew
okay.
are doing such a fantastic job.
So the last squat
Loading
of this
quickly,
session
keeping
is
everyone safe,
317.5
blending
kilos.
into the
Marta
background
of
when they're
Hungary.
not needed. One more lift, and it
The
is
bar
Eric
loaded,
Mata,
317.5 kilos.
Hungary.
Eric Mata of Hungary. Here he comes.
Now, as we know, he's moved up relatively recently to the 105 kilo class. I think he's finally filling out that class, and we can see his results moving up as he does so. He hit 290 last year in Poland, 310 in Malta, and he competed in August as well, hit 312.5 that day. So we can see him as he develops and grows into the class, putting up bigger and bigger numbers.
Give up now! Stick with it!
25 seconds.
He doesn't need a commentary, does he? Just give him a
Does his own.
microphone. I think it would be far more entertaining. Come on, Eric. Oh, he's fighting it all the way.
Well, he's got it to the top.
2-1.
Gets it 2 to 1. I think that was the powerlifting equivalent of a most muscular.
No, I think it's being overruled.
10-minute break. 10 minutes to change openers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been overruled.
Oh,
No lift
I
for
don't want to be
Marta.
the one to tell him.
Oh no. I'm sorry, the jury has overruled. The jury
Well,
has
he didn't shake the
overruled
jury's
that last
hands
lift,
anyway,
I'm
did he?
afraid. So that is no lift
So that's
for
a no
Marta.
lift, unfortunately, for Eric Mata. My gut reaction was that it was a little bit high. He battled wonderfully to get it back. And if we just look at a summary of the results before we go to break, with his second round attempt, he's still showing us a good lift at 317.5. It's not. He actually leads the class with 312.5 kilos. And I've lost the screen now. Silbom second, Franek third. We'll go to a break. See you in 9 minutes for the bench press.
Welcome back to the 2023 European Open Classic Powerlifting Championships here in Tartu, Estonia. We're through to the bench press part of the competition. We have the 69 kilo B group lifting back to back with the 105 kilo B group. And here you have the results from the squats. Excuse me, it's the running order for the bench we've got in front of us. So Hedy Haug is going to lead us out with 70 kilos.
Please load the bar to 70 kilos for Hedy Haug, AST. Lurashi Retic, get ready.
Lists her personal best as 82.5. So just putting in a nice easy opener at 70.
Estonia.
One of the more technical lifts. There's a lot for the referees to look for, and there's a lot for the lifter to listen out for too.
That looks good. And 3 wide lights.
3 wide lights and a good lift for Haug, 72.5 on the bar now. Chiara Lurashi of Switzerland. Retic, Zamarra, get ready. Bar loaded, 72.5 kilos. Chiara Lurashi, Switzerland.
Here's Chiara Lurashi. Put up a lovely 165 kilo squat, opening her bench with 72.5. Lists her PB as 90. That was a nice easy opener.
I missed it.
3 wide lights, good lift, good
And
lift.
while we see the replay, just her name has reminded me that top of the best points now is Chiara Bernardi from Italy. Bobby Butters from Great Britain was leading after the 57s, but Bernardi in the 63s posted a huge 114.7 and bits to take the lead in the best points.
Here's Laura Retic for 75. Now she hit 80 at Swiss Open in October.
Is she your collaborator, Joe?
She is. She's an Open Powerlifting contributor.
Oh wow, that
Nice.
looked easy.
3 wide lights, good lift, good lift.
Didn't have the best day on squat. Hopefully she'll have a better time on bench.
Zamarra, Italy. Trikishvili, Malgord, get ready. Bars loaded, 80 kilos, Zamarra.
They seem to like
Yeah,
repeating Laura's profile.
So the graphics are once again lagging. So it isn't Laura Retic coming out again. This is Virginia Zamara. 80 kilos on the bar.
Looked nice and strong.
3 wide lights, good lift, Zamarra. 85 on the bar now. Nino Trikishvili of Georgia. Malgord, Jimenez Calabui, get ready.
Next out, it's Nino Trikishvili. She put up the biggest squat of the B group with 177.5. Just missed 182.5 for a third.
Yeah, it was a great attempt, wasn't it?
This is 85 kilos.
Lovely bench.
Good lift, Ricky
3 wide lights.
She hit 92.5 in Malta early this year. Relatively narrow grip.
Very much so. Look how far the rings are outside her little finger.
Here's Nana Malmgaard, Denmark. 90 kilos on the bar. Just making the most of all her time to set up properly. You get 60 seconds from bar loaded being called to get in the start command. You don't have to complete the lift in that time.
Oh, it looks very good. And of course, bench press is often where we see medals being won from B groups.
I think in this particular group we've got several 120 kilo benches in the A group, so might not see that quite today. Here's Sylvia Jimenez for 95, but these are already huge benches. And that's a testament to how far women's raw benching has come, to have 3 lifters in the A group of this class nominated with 120 or more. Would have been unheard of a few years ago.
Well, she gets a yellow from the centre referee.
Oh, yellow from the centre. Hard to say. The only thing I can think is maybe a command.
But there look decent pauses between the movements. I don't know. That was my first thought. But
Rosalia Vega now for 95. And when lifters who are new to the international stage are opening their bench with 95 kilos, you know things are going well in the world of raw
and we've got a
powerlifting.
PB as 92.5, so only been competing a year and obviously coming on in leaps and bounds. Oh wow.
2 to 1, good lift.
Gets a yellow, and we know what that has meant in earlier days of the competition.
And we're not going to get the replay from the side, it seems, to see whether there was any butt lift. Oh, there we go.
Was it the butt, or was it the bit between the butt and the top of the thigh?
I think there was still some butt left on the bench
Yeah,
there.
so do I.
So that's where we are after the first round, with 2 lifters on 95 and Malmgaard on 90. As we move into the second round, Hedy Haug is already on the platform for 75.
And that looks good, and yes indeed, 3 wide lights. Everything green so far, Joe. We've got everyone still in the competition.
Here comes Chiara Lurashi, Switzerland, looking for 77.5 for her second bench. Took a 5 kilo jump from her opener. I'd say that was reasonably standard in this class. Of course, some lifters like to take smaller jumps.
Looks good.
3 wide lights, good lift, Chiara Lurashi. 80 on the bar now, Laura Retchie,
3 wide
Switzerland.
lights.
Zamara, Ricky
Now here is Laura Rettig.
I think we've seen that profile before.
We've seen it a few times this morning. The personal best there is listed as 77.5, but since she submitted that PB, she has done 80 at a national competition. So this will match her best.
Swiss coach who was chief referee one of the sessions earlier in the week.
Well, we might see a PB attempt on her third now.
I think so. That's 3 wide lights.
A good lift for Rettig, 85 on the bar. Virginia Zamarra, Italy. Rikishvili, Mount Gord.
A little bit shaky on the way down. But some lifters do that. We have our own here at Tierney, don't we, who always shakes on all her lifts. It's not always a sign that you're right at the limit.
And don't even mention Vichkov.
Here's Virginia Zamara, Italy, 85 kilos.
Looks good.
3 white lights, good lift, Zamarra. 90 on the bar, Nino Rikishvili of Georgia, Mount Gord, Jimenez Calorie. Get ready.
3 wide lights.
Bar loaded, 90 kilos, Rikishvili, Georgia.
Here's Nino Trikishvili, Georgia. And the Georgian team have been coming on leaps and bounds over the last few years.
They certainly have.
Bars loaded. Here she is.
Well, a PB is showing as 100, so still well below that. Should be good.
That looks decent. She, if you remember, she bombed on 100 in Poland last year. She opened on 100, which was a little bit
That's
too
right.
ambitious.
Yes.
Jimenez Calorie, Vegas Negas. Get ready.
My overriding memory of Poland was 10, 12-hour days.
95 kilos, Nana Mount Gord, Denmark.
Here's Nana Malmgaard, Denmark, for 95 kilos for her second attempt. Hit 90 on her opener, gone up 5.
PB showing on my screen as 92.5. So a new PB in the offing if she makes this. Oh yes.
A little bit sticky in the middle.
I thought it was going to stall and suddenly, well, she got downward movement from one of the referees.
97.5 on the bar. Now Sylvia Jimenez, Calorie, Vegas Negas, and how get ready. Last 2 lifts.
No, it didn't
No,
go
it
down.
didn't.
Bar is loaded. 97.5 kilos.
That's why we have 3 referees. It looks different from every angle you're looking at. Sylvia Jimenez is out next for 97.5.
Yes, the 2 Spanish lifters left in the second round matching each other kilo for kilo. Both opened at 95, both going 97.5 for their second. Looked strong.
3 white lights, good lift, good lift. 97.5 on the bar now. Rosalía Vegas Negas of España. Last lift in round 2. How Blurashi get ready as we go to round 3. Bar is loaded.
Here we have the final lift in the second round. It's Rosalia Vega.
And she is the lighter of the 2 Spanish lifters, so This would move her into the B group lead on body weight if she makes it.
Of course, we will take all these results through to the A group later today. Oh, that was a great battle.
Had to work. Think it's good. We'll wait for the referees. 2 to 1. She got a yellow.
That usually means butt lift. We're not going to see that from this angle.
But the jury will. Well, as things stand, Joe, we've had 2 rounds and every lift has been good. Should I not have said that?
Commentator's curse.
No. You don't believe in those things, surely.
80 kilos on the bar now for Heidi Haug.
Says he crossing his fingers and his toes that Haug makes this lift.
Carmen Kaljula there. She lifted at the World Equipped in Lithuania a few weeks ago. She's just joined the Open Powerlifting team. So if you're... see, Martin?
These damn commentators.
So if you are looking for your Estonian results going on Open Powerlifting, Carmen Kaljula is going to sort that out for you. Just a little bit too heavy today for Haug. Here's Chiara Larashi, Switzerland, for 82.5. Took a 5 kilo jump to her second. She's taken another one to her third. And it's a tough one, but I think she's got it all the way.
I think it's good. I was watching the bar, didn't see downward movement, and indeed 3 white lights. Does that mean the commentator's curse has gone?
Hopefully. Laura Rettig next for 82.5, which will be a new PB on the international stage. Her 80 was good. But when you're on the very limit of strength, even a 2.5 kilo increment can be a challenge. Not quite there.
Welcome, loaders, welcome. No lift for Laura, I'm afraid. 90 on the bar. Virginia Zamarra, Italy. Vikishvili, Bangor, get ready.
Just hit a wall and couldn't keep it going.
Bars loaded.
Here's Virginia Zamara,
Italy.
Italy, for 90 kilos.
Oh, that's a good battle.
She's kind of ended up in the rack though. So what will the
Yeah.
referees make of that?
2 to 1.
2 to 1, that's a good lift. 2 to 1, a good lift.
I can see the jury discussing it, and I think they're overturning. So if you watch the right hand, she's actually in the rack as she finishes. So yeah, so that means she's actually leaning against the rack.
Yes.
So if the rack hadn't been there, she would have gone over.
Yeah.
So that was no lift. Here's Nino Trikishvili now for 92.5.
Yeah, the rule now is you can touch the rack if it doesn't assist the lift. In the old days, it was an automatic failure, whether it did or not. I remember bitterly because what would have been my all-time PB was turned down for that rule that no longer exists. It's a good battle.
A little bit of a lag with the left arm, but she got it to the top in the end.
And 3 white lights.
3 white lights and a good lift. Trikishvili, 97.5 on the bar now for Nana Malmgård of Denmark. Jimenez, Calvi, Vega Estegas, get ready.
Yeah, and the old rules, uneven extension would have given that a red light, but
Yeah,
the rules have changed.
Very glad that that's not a rule
Yeah.
anymore. When you watch powerlifting, and hardly any of the lifts are good because of tiny differences in how they lock out.
I didn't like to say, but I'm not going to argue with you.
No, I'm not a fan
No.
of it at all. Here's Nana Malmgård, Denmark, for 80 kilos. I don't mean I'm not a fan of powerlifting. I'm not a fan of the rule.
Good battle again.
See those lights? 3 white lights.
And 3 white lights.
That's a great third bench.
100 on the bar. Silvia Jimenez Calvi of España should be followed by Vega Estegas, also of España.
Stalled out a little bit, didn't dip.
Calvi, España, Spain.
Silvia Jimenez, Spain, for 100 kilos. First time getting into triple digits.
Yeah, and the Spaniards continue to match each other. And remember, if it comes to it, Vega is the lighter body weight.
So if two lifters select the same weight, the lower lot number goes first. Lot numbers are allocated randomly at weigh-in. But if two lifters lift the same weight, the lighter body weight takes the advantage. I'm not entirely sure what
Did
happened
she
then.
start twice?
I think she got the start command, went down a bit, and then wasn't sure, so went back to extension, waited, didn't hear anything. So I think it was just a mistake, really. And there was no pause there at all.
No.
So that's no lift. That's a shame because she looked strong. But a technical fail is still a fail. And here is Rosalia Vega
So she wins the B group.
for 100 kilos.
She wins on body weight with her 97.5, but this for 100. And she's only been competing for a year, and her PB 97.5. How good
That's a
would it
great
be
bench.
to hit 100 for the first time in your first year of competing on the international platform? Oh, great battle. And she gets 1 yellow, 2 whites. She looks delighted, but let's see what the yellow... oh, we're not going to see it from the side.
And the next weight on the bar is
Yes, oh, it did come
There was
up.
butt lift.
Yeah, yeah.
That's overruled.
I'm
Unfortunately, that
afraid
was
so.
no lift.
has been overturned.
So that's where we ended up with Rosalie Vega on 97.5, Malmgård on 97.5, and Jimenez also on 97.5. And we'll take those results forward to the A group later today.
And as we come into the 105s, I'm just reminiscing in the old days, Joe, where the head of the jury did the march across to the speaker's table.
But it's so much better
It
now with
is.
the button because it used to take such a long time to sort out. So now they have a button on their desk that they can not only overturn, but say what the colour card failure was.
Bar is loaded. 135 kilos. Vivana, Estonia.
So we are into the 105s B group, and it's Rabana from Estonia who's first out with 135. He only he took 2 squats. He missed his second and didn't come out for the third round. But you only need one squat to
You
progress.
absolutely do. And that wasn't super easy for his
No.
opening bench.
But it's 3 wide lights.
147.5 on the bar now,
Now Wayne Gregoracci from Malta had some issues with his finishing position in squat, but made it through. Got a great third round squat of 272.5 for a PB, and we think a Maltese national record as well. And he opens at 147.5. I'm just seeing from the screen, Joe, Rabana has declined his second and third round bench presses. I'm thinking there must be some sort of a problem.
There must be, but he's still got a 300 deadlift opener listed,
Yeah.
so maybe he's just saving it all for the deadlift. That
Right.
was lovely.
Looks good, yeah.
Ah, we
No.
have the side refs giving it red, so let's see from the side if we can. He's already hovering there. Yeah,
Yeah.
butt's right off.
It was actually on the way down the butt came up rather than on the way back up again, so that should be quite easily corrected, surely.
The rule says the head, shoulders and butt must remain in contact with the bench. Feet must be flat on the floor.
Throughout the lift. Now Sverchel from Czechia, 162.5 kilos on the bar for his opening attempt. Oh, nice, smooth, easy opening bench press. 3 wide lights. Franek from Czechia is next up. 2 Czech lifters following one another.
162.5 kilos. Franek, Czechia.
Oh, wow.
Lots of great easy openers going on the board here.
Franek, 170 on the bar.
Now Friedrich von Hennig, Germany, 170 kilos.
Bars loaded, 170 kilos. Von Hennig, Germany.
No.
Clipped a rack and it made the bar swing around.
I'm afraid that is no lift. That is no lift. 170 on the bar. Margus Silvao, Eski.
As you say, not a fail in itself, but if it makes the bar swing around and you lose your line. You watch the right hand side now. It must have been the left.
Bars loaded, 170 kilos. Silvao, Estonia.
Now Margus Silbaum, 170 kilos. Had to work a little bit, but that's good. 3 wide lights.
3 wide lights and a good lift. A good lift. Silvao, 182.5 on the bar now.
Now we'll pass the microphone over to Eric Mata, who can describe his own lift.
Round 1. kilos.
Well, if
Greg
he's
Carter,
aged
Hungary.
27 and he's been competing for 18 years, he started very young.
Listed PB is 205, but the best result I have for him is 195 that he did in South Africa 2022 Worlds. Hit 190 at his competition in August. So maybe that 205 is a gym lift.
Coach Miklos looks on. Of course, he was referee in one of the sessions yesterday. Oh, it's a good smooth lift.
3 white lights.
3
Good
white
lift, Greg
lights.
Carter. 190 goes on the bar now. Jeroen van Hiesvelde, Belgium. Gregoraci von Hennig, ready last lift in round 1. Bars loaded. 190 kilos, van Hiesvelde, Belgium.
Now, Jeroen van Hirschvelde. 190 kilos. Last lifter out in the first round.
45 seconds.
Oh, smoked it. 3 whites.
Super fast.
That concludes the first round.
And at the end of the first round,
Now for Wayne Gregoraci
Um,
from Malta.
I don't think we have the results on there actually.
no, that's
That's deadlifts.
But anyway, at the end of the first round, I can tell you that Van Hirschvelde leads with 190. Eric Mata, second place, 182.5. Silbaum from Estonia is third on 170 kilos. Franek and Sverchel, the best of the rest, both on 162.5.
So he missed his opener. He's gone up 2.5, but it was just a little bit of butt lift. He was certainly
this is
strong.
Gregoraci from Malta. Yeah, hopefully it's good because the butt lift was in the way down, not in the way up when all the effort is applied. And he gets 3 white lights this time.
170 on the bar now. Friedrich von Hennig.
Now this is Von Hennig. He missed 170 last time, taking the same weight again. He was the one that hit the rack, if I remember correctly, Joe.
Yep.
Bars loaded.
So what, just head a fraction further down the bench and all should be well? Again, it's so difficult when you train on a different piece of apparatus to the one that you lift on. That should be good.
Kept out of the way of the rack. Little bit of a lagging right arm, but that's not a failure.
And 3 white lights.
170 remains on the bar. But Martin Spencer,
Still 170 for Sverchel from Czechia.
bars loaded. 170 kilos. Special. Czechia.
Little bit late out of the platform, but 50 seconds is plenty of time.
That looks good. And 3 white lights.
Good lift special. At 170, 172.5 of the bar now. Heineck, Franek, Czechia.
Now,
Silva,
Franek,
Marta,
also
Van
Czechia,
Nistelrooy,
is
get ready.
next up. 172.5 kilos.
Franek, Czechia.
Just to say that 2 lifters with red lights against their name in the first round have both made their second round lift, so everyone remains in the competition. Looks good.
White lights, good lift, Franek.
3 white lights.
Margus Silva.
Now we're into the top 3 in this B group. It's Silbaum out next, 177.5 kilos.
Bars loaded, 177.5 kilos. Margus Silva. Eesti.
Oh, he's really having to work. No, just couldn't lock it out, I'm afraid. That's a no lift for Silbaum.
Showed some real heart there, the way he fought that bar.
Absolutely, gave it everything.
Van Hiesvelde, Gregoraci.
Now, Eric Mata looked very, very smooth with 182.5.
Baloney, 190 kilos. Marta, Hungary.
$190 on the bar to match his lift from his last competition. He has done a bit more in the past. And of
Well,
course, rising body weight does tend to assist your bench.
Oh, that's smooth again. I was just going to say his 182.5 looked really smooth and easy. So did the 190.
197.5 on the bar now for Jeroen Van Hiesvelde. Belgium. Gregoraci, special, get ready.
Now, Jeroen van Hirschvelde, he's gone between the 105s and the 120s. I think he's settled in the 105s now, but he also goes between classic and equipped.
He does. And that's hard to do on bench press. Well, it is for me anyway. We see lifters like Agata Shitko, who seems to transition between the two effortlessly. But for me, immortals, it's quite a tricky thing.
So Jeroen very smooth with 190. This to maintain his lead in the B group. Great lift. Well, he's actually lighter than Mata. He was going to maintain it, whatever, but he maintains it by 7 kilos now. 7.5 kilos, and we are into the third round. Remember, Rebana only took 1 lift. And next out is Wayne Gregoraci from Malta. Missed 147 with butt lift. Took it up to 150 in the second round. And now he's going 155 to match his personal best.
Looks like a well-judged third attempt.
Great lift, 3 white lights.
And a good lift. Rebecca Rachi. Next weight on the bar is 172.5 kilos. The special on Henning.
Now Martin Sverchel, Czechia, 172.5.
Bars loaded, 172.5 kilos. Special, Czechia.
He's taken the minimum increment from his second.
Just stalled.
Hit a wall, could not get it moving again.
Sorry, that is
I know that
no
feeling
lift.
sadly only too well.
Von Hennig, Germany. Frank, Silbaum, get ready.
Now Friedrich von Hennig, Germany, taking 175. And if you're watching in Belgium, indeed everywhere, I can tell you Van Hirschfelder has won the Group B bench press because Matt has only gone 195 in the third round. Van Hirschfelder already on 197.5. But this is Friedrich von Hennig, Germany. Missed his first with 170, hit the rack, took it again and got it, gone up 175. This is probably not what he would have hoped for, but in international competition it is what it is, and it's just a case of taking the best you can on the day without taking too many risks. So 175. No, not today. Well, I think the best thing we can say is he's got a bench on the board.
177.5 on the bar now.
Now, Hinek Franek, he's going 177.5.
Bar loaded, 177.5 kilos. Franek, Czechia.
He's in third place at the moment. He is lighter than Silbaum, so if he makes this, he will finish third in the group, irrespective of what Silbaum might do. It looks good. And 3 white lights. Now here is Margus Silbaum. He was really strong and smooth in 170. 177.5 didn't go, and he has one more attempt at the same number. Oh, that's much better. And he gets a yellow from one of the sides, and we know what that sometimes means.
Van Hirschfelder will follow, then we have a 10-minute break before deadlift.
No, I think that's okay. A bit of daylight between the buttock and the top of the thigh, but whole of the buttock didn't leave the bench. Now Eric Mata, Hungary, 195.
Matches his best ever bench from South Africa in 22.
No, not today.
I'm sorry, that is no lid. No lid for Eric Mata.
Goes back to the coach who says never mind.
202.5 for Jeroen Van Hirschfelder. Joe. The bar is loaded. 202.5 kilos. The Van East
Jeroen van Hirschfelder,
Belgium, this is massive.
202.5, the winner of the B group. Trying to be the only lifter in the group to go through the 200 kilo barrier.
And of course, with this, he could be in the running for a bench medal. We have some big benches in the A group, but not everyone has their best day on bench. And they come to the Europeans or the World Championships.
Not today, not today.
I'm sorry, that is no late. That means we're a best of 197.5. 10-minute break now.
Nonetheless, he is the best bench presser in the B group, and we have a quick summary of the bench results before we go to a break. We can see that Van Hirschfeld takes the bench press with 197.5, Mata second with 190, Franek and Silbaum both on 177.5, Franek being the lighter body weight. We'll take a short break. Join us again in approximately 9 minutes time for the deadlift.
Welcome back to Tartu, Estonia for the 2023 European Open Classic Powerlifting Championships. We have the 69 kilo ladies and the 105 kilo men, the B groups lifting back to back this morning, and the A groups lifting back to back in the afternoon session. Here's their running order for deadlifts. Hedi Haug is going to lead the way with 155 kilos. As the clock counts down, the bar has hit the floor and the party is about to start.
That's a decent first deadlift in the round, isn't it?
155.
155.
Well, if you cast your eye up the list, we have a
I-
220
yeah,
opener.
I have, yeah. And I wonder if that might be good enough if she goes beyond it, particularly for a medal in the afternoon. We've seen many deadlifters get medals from the B group.
We have 3 lifters who are nominated with more than 220. But of course, that's only the opener for Trikishvili, so we'll see where she ends up. But here's Hedi Haug leading the way with 155. Nice and easy to open her account.
Yes, 3 white lights.
Good lift, power 170 on the bar now. Silvia Jimenez Calabri of Spain. Leti Zamara, get ready.
Silvia Jimenez Calabwig is out next from Spain. Looking for 170 kilos to open her deadlift.
Bars loaded, 170 kilos. Silvia Jimenez Calabri, España.
Strong conventional pull there.
Yeah, great deadlift, 3 white lights.
Good lift, Jimenez Calabri. 172.5 on the bar now. Laura Ratti, Switzerland. Zamara, venga las tegas, get ready. Bars loaded, 172.5 kilos. Laura Ratti, Switzerland.
Here's Laura Rettig for 172.5. I believe this to be her favourite lift. You know, very similar setup to Sasha Stenbach. We see him do a very similar thing.
And it certainly works for him.
And it seems to have worked for Laura. 3 white lights.
Good lift, Ratti, 177.5 on the bar now. Virginia Zamara, Italy. Venga las tegas, Margot, get ready.
Virginia Zamara is coming out next for 177.5.
And there's our meet director, acting as technical controller. I think he'll be glad when this is all over. What a strain it must be putting on a meet like this.
Zamara lists her PB as 205, but this is 177.5. That was so easy. Expect to see her take quite a big jump to a second now.
3 white lights, good lift, Zamara, 180 on the bar now. Rosalia Vega Estegas of Spain, Malgo, Lurashi, get ready.
And we have Rosalia Vega
Bars loaded, 180
next
kilos,
for
Vega
180.
Estegas, Spain.
She's the lift to remember if you're just joining us late. Only been competing for 1 year.
Nice opener.
Fantastic.
Still waiting for one vote, right side referee.
Still waiting for the referee's lights.
Okay, flags. Oh, there we go.
Ah,
There it is.
look, we've
3
got the
white
lights
and a good
just
lift.
as the flags were
Okay, we
about to
have
come
a
out.
good
It's
lift.
3 white lights.
182.5 on the bar now, and then a Malmgård of Denmark. Lurashi, Rickishvili.
And a Malmgård, Denmark,
Bars loaded.
for
182.5 kilos,
182.5. We
Malmgård,
are
Denmark.
already past the 400-pound mark in the openers in the B group. In some ways, the deadlift is the most primal of the three lifts. You just have to pick it up.
And that's exactly what she just did.
3 white lights and a good lift.
3 white lights.
185 on the bar now. Chiara Lurashi of Switzerland. Rickishvili, Howell, get ready. Bars loaded.
Chiara
185
Lurashi,
kilos, Lurashi,
Switzerland, is going to open with 185.
Ah, 3 white lights.
Good lift, Lurashi, 220 on the bar now. He knows Rickishvili.
And next we have a huge deadlift opener. 220 kilos is going on the bar for Nino Trikishvili, Georgia. Now, she's done 227 and a half, and that was in Poland last year, but that was in the 76 kilo class. The most she's done in the 69s is 212 and a half, all the way back in Halmstad, 21 World Classic.
Gets this, and she has to be in with a chance of an overall medal in the deadlift.
220 kilos, Nino Rickishvili, Georgia.
She pulled 200 in Malta this year.
She gets this. She goes 62 and a half kilos ahead in the group, and she gets it.
Well, it wasn't super easy, but it certainly wasn't in any doubt.
Wasn't super easy, but it was also
was
220.
Yes. Hard to say where she'll go from here. This is already a PB in this weight class. And we are through to the second round of deadlifts already, with Trikishvili ahead on 220, Lurashi on 185, and Malmgård on 182 and a half.
And the good news is, solid column of green in the first round. Everyone in this B group has made a total.
So this is Haug, Estonia, for 165. Starting to get to a limit now, I think.
Looking good, but as you say, maybe 170 next, tops.
This is for Silvia Jimenez Calabuy of Spain, Reti, Vega Las Vegas, get ready.
Here is Silvia Jimenez, Spain for 180. 10 kilo increase from her opener, which was, to be fair, very fast. And that has slowed her down a fair way.
But still, 3 white lights.
185 on the bar now. We're Reti, Switzerland, Vega Las Vegas, Lurashi, get ready.
Here's Laura Rettig, looking fairly relaxed to come out for 185. Now she hit 193 at the Swiss Open.
Bars loaded, 185 kilos, Reti, Switzerland.
So we're expecting this to look comfortable. Abby Graham as well, Martin, used to have a similar setup on deadlift.
Yes, she did.
Still waiting for one vote.
And again, we wait.
3 white lights. good
3
lift, good
white
lift,
lights.
Reggie. 192.5 of the banner. Rosalia Vega Estegas of Spain. Lurashi Zamarra, get ready.
Rosalia Vega Lestegas, Spain, for 192.5.
Bars loaded. 192.5 kilos. Vega Estegas.
Well, this for a huge personal best. It's shown as 182.5. I see Krikishvili has gone to 227.5.
The record in this class is 240. Off the top of my head, I can't remember who that is.
It's 230 in the Europeans. 230.5, and meanwhile that was a good lift from Vega.
230.5, is that Clara Perrault? Let me just check on those records.
I'm almost certain you're correct.
Get ready.
And while Joe's doing that, the next lifter out is Chiara Loracci from Switzerland, and she is going 192.5.
Of course, in this class, the world record is Kimberly Walford. Ah, it's Ivana Horner.
Ah, yes. When did she do that? Have you got that?
Yeah, it was last year in Poland.
Yeah, I thought it was a. Yeah.
But this is Chiara Larashi,
Oh, that's good.
making short work of 192.5.
3 white lights. Good lift.
But you know, I'm sure that Clara Perrault has done that same number. Maybe it's the junior record.
Now Virginia Zamara from Italy is going to come out to do 195 kilos.
Italy.
Two lifters in 195. Malmgård, who follows, is the lighter body weight.
Nice and easy there for Zamara.
3 white lights. Good
And
lift,
3 white
Zamara.
lights.
195 remains in the bar for Nana Malmgård, Denmark. Krikishvili, how? Get ready. Bar is loaded. Malmgård, Denmark.
And next out, it's Nana Malmgård, Denmark. 195 on the bar.
Oh, that's a good pull.
I think so, but I would think she doesn't have a lot more left.
Could be just her style.
Maybe
because,
so.
You know, she didn't slow down. It was just that speed. Look, all the way through, she just pulled at that speed.
227.5 on the bar now. Nico Krikishvili, Georgia.
So here we have a huge lift now, over 500 pounds, 227.5 kilos on the bar for Nino Trikishvili, Georgia.
It's exactly 3 kilos short of the European Open record in her second round.
And of course, we've missed Ivana Horner this year after she's had the dreadful accident and surgery. We're hoping she'll be back next year.
Georgia.
Well, here we go. This is a massive deadlift in the B group, 227.5.
Nope.
Not quite there, unfortunately.
Well, she did look quite near her limit in the opener with 220.
I like the jazz hands though, just there.
Jimenez Calabuig and Rettig, get ready.
So that's where we are at the end of the second round, with Trickishvili still on 220, Malmgård now on 195, only ahead of Zamara on bodyweight.
And that failure by Krikishvili is the only red light in this group so far. Amazingly consistent standard.
Here's Hedi Haug for 175. Again, she's taken a 10 kilo jump, then a 10 kilo jump. So let's hope this goes well.
Oh, great battle.
And that attempt was right on the money.
I was praying the commentator's curse didn't kick in again, but you've almost got to say after 2 rounds, all but one have, you know, got 2 greens against their name, and you just worry of the consequences of saying it. But happily, Haug got her lift.
Sylvia Jimenez is out now for 185. She's taken a 5 kilo increase from her second attempt. Now I can see that Trickishvili, even though she couldn't get 227.5 moving, she's put a European record attempt of 231 in for a third.
Why not? May as well fail that as 227.5 again. Oh, what a grind. Great lift.
Nice grind. Let's see the lights. They are white. 3
3 white.
A good lift. Jimenez. 192.5 in about now. We're on Rettig, Switzerland. Venga Estegas, Lurashi, get ready. 3 attempts remain to change openers.
The competition slows down a little bit at this point because we clean the bar between every lifter's attempt. If you get too much chalk packed into the knurling, it's no longer knurling. Here's Laura Rettig, 192.5.
This will be no. Did you say she got more in the Swiss
Yeah,
Nationals?
she did 193 at the Swiss Open.
So for all intents and purposes, this is as will equal the best that she's done. Can't chip a national record at an international event, of course.
I think she just kind of swung backwards a little bit as she started to pull that.
Yeah, we'll see in the replay.
Can we go flags, please? I know they're going to be red.
Yeah, she wasn't over the bar enough, was she?
200 on the bar.
Gives her a 395 kilo total. And here's Rosalia Vega for 200. Oh, it's a landmark number that everyone looks forward to hitting.
No, not today.
Sorry, that is no live.
No, why not give it a try? You're in the
Why
B
not
group.
indeed?
Chiara Lurashi, Switzerland.
We have another lifter in the same situation now. We have Chiara Lurashi, also coming out for 200.
Last chance to change openers. Last chance for the 105s to change
A
openers.
little bit of last minute advice from coach.
Bars loaded. 200 kilos. Lurashi, Switzerland.
Wow, she did incredibly well to
She
pull that
did.
back into lockout.
Lights installed, but did it dip? We're about to find out.
Wait for the referees. The tension as we wait. Has she hit 200 for the first time?
Flags, please, flags, and it looks like it did dip because I'm seeing.
Yeah.
There was a bit of downward movement, unfortunately.
So
It's a shame.
It really is, because she fought so hard to bring the weight back in.
100 remains on the bar. But Nana Malmgaard of Denmark.
I think we have the wrong information on our screen
Yeah.
there.
Lurachi's already lifted.
Yep, this is Nana Malmgaard for her final lift of the day, 200 kilos on the bar.
I think the confusion is 3 of them were all doing 200.
No, I think there was a dip.
She's locked it and we wait for the referees again.
Flags, please. I'm sorry, they are red and the cards are blue. There was downward movement all supporting, so no lift Malmgaard, I'm sorry to say.
So yeah, there was a distinct downward movement of the bar there. But a moral victory, if not a technical one.
Indeed.
Georgia.
And Virginia Zamara is out next. Now she's taken a massive jump to 207.5.
2 massive jumps, in fact.
Yeah, you're right. 17.5 kilos up to a second. And this is another 12.5. Is it a step too far?
So a 30 kilo jump over 2 lifts.
Well, we'll soon find out. Fired up and ready to come out.
And we have a PB at 205.
Virginia Zamara, Italy.
She's certainly ready for it. Italian team currently leading in the women's competition. And I believe it's Great Britain in the men's. But this is Zamara
Oh, that's good.
locking out
What a
207.5.
great battle. She likes it. And we're waiting for one referee's light.
Courtesy flags, please. We have flags. Oh no, 3 white lights.
3 white lights. What a great reward for a fantastic battle.
31 kilos
Well, she's going for a European deadlift record.
This is a
She missed 227.5, but was that because subconsciously she was saving herself?
to say, come on.
She couldn't really get it moving very far, so this seems ambitious, but as you say, she's got nothing to lose.
Well, she's got one of the best deadlifters in the world behind her there.
Timur Samkaradze, we'll be seeing him lift on Saturday.
He's promised me a 400.
Has he?
Yeah.
Nice and clean.
Might not be the only one we see this week, Martin.
There could be 4 attempting it, I think.
Just getting the bar ready.
Is loaded.
And here we go. This is an attempt to take Ivana Horner's European deadlift record.
And if you're watching at home, Ivana, I'm sure you are. We wish you a complete recovery and hope to see you back in the platform next year. So for a European deadlift record, 231 kilos, and possibly for a gold medal in the class as well. But it's a huge ask. No.
I'm sorry,
Worth a go.
that is no lid, I'm afraid. You can't blame them for trying. Why would you not if it's right there? But that is no lid. Turkish Billy. Okay. Next weight on the bar is
So she might not have made a record attempt. She only got one deadlift in, but her deadlift opener was 220. Absolutely huge. So there we are, Trikishvili on 220 with Zamara on 207.5, Lurashi on 200. And we'll take those results forward to the A session tonight.
And meanwhile, the bar has been loaded to 257.5 kilos as we welcome the first of the B Group 105s out, and that will be Hinek Franek from Czechia to get the 105 B Group underway.
Will not be a presentation because we're going to bring all these guys and girls out for the presentation at the end of the last session of the day. The bar is loaded, 257.5 kilos, and Franek, Czechia.
That's a great start. And 3 wide
Lights, a
lines.
good lift for Franek at 257.5. Next weight on the bar is 260 for Wayne Gregoracci.
Now Wayne Gregoracci from Malta
Get ready.
is up next, and his opener is 260 kilos.
Bars loaded, 260 kilos, Gregoracci, Malta.
Oh, that looks good. Once he took his grip, there was no messing about, was there?
265 on the bar now, Martin Special. On Czechia, Van Hiesvelde, Marta, get ready.
This is
Bars
Martin
loaded, 265
Spiritual,
kilos, Martin Special, Czechia.
265 kilos. Great lift.
That is how you want your opener to look.
3 wide lights, good lift.
And
Special.
3 wide lines.
285 on the bar now.
Another 20 kilos goes in the bar for Jeroen van Hiesvelde. Jeroen won the B Group bench press, although just missed his last attempt.
Bars loaded, 285 kilos, Van Hiesvelde, Belgium.
But 197.5 was good enough to take it. There's going to be quite a little battle for the kudos of winning the B Group. So we'll keep an eye on that as the event progresses. Lovely opener.
3 wide lights, good lift, Van Hiesvelde, 290 on the bar now. Eric Marta, Hungary, still
Now Eric Mata from Hungary is up next. 290 kilos, finished just behind Van Hiesvelde in the bench press. Came second with 190.
And you know he'll come out roaring.
Oh yes. Well, I was speaking to his coach in the break, and I did suggest we just pinned a microphone on him and let him do his own commentary. His coach was, of course, the first ever commentator in modern times. There was a live stream in Stavanger 2013, and Miklos was the main commentator there. We've come a fair way.
We really have.
So Eric Mata opening on 290 kilos. Well,
Yeah, I hesitated because I wasn't sure about his
kind
shoulders
of
being
agreed
back.
with the centre referee there. But it's a good lift, 2-1. Who are we?
290s on the bar now. Barbara
It
Silva,
looks better from that side, but
It
he
does,
was just
doesn't
a
it?
tiny bit forward. But 2-1 is good enough.
And Margus Silbaum, he's a great deadlifter.
The bar's loaded.
And he's
290
opening on
kilos, Silva
290
listed.
kilos. One of those lifters that never really seems to really hit the switch until their hands are on the bar. Getting more and more focused. And familiar, grasp it and take it up straight away. 3 white lights. Grip and rip.
300 kilos on the bar. Reinhard Rebana. Listed.
Now the other Estonian, Reinhard Rabana,
He, as a sub-junior, is smashing junior Estonian records in this competition.
still a sub-junior, 18.
To follow, last 2 lifts in round
He'd be a
4.
sub-junior for about another 3 weeks. And he is opening second heaviest in the B group.
Now the sub-junior world record is a little bit up the road at 3:30.5. Excuse me, that's the European record. That's Demir Hamza at Junior Worlds.
But how easy did that look?
That was great.
Wow.
Well,
Well,
and he skips off the platform.
I guess he knows it's his last chance at the sub-junior record because he's not a sub-junior come the 1st of January. How impressive was that, though? But now we got Friedrich von Hennig, last out, 310 kilos on the bar. It's a good lift. And I can tell you, three white lights, I can tell you Riban has put 3:15 on for the second round. So I guess that's halfway between his opener and the world record. So if it moves well, I think we can see expect to see an attempt in the third round. But of course you cannot chip a sub-junior or junior record in an open competition, so he would have to go 3:32.5 if he wanted the record. But this is Franek, with a little bit ahead of ourselves. Franek is taking a big jump as well, from 257.5 to 272.5.
272.5 kilos.
And everyone has a green against their name in the first round. Everyone in the B group makes a total. He nods his head. And the referees agree, 3 white lights.
275 on the bar now, Wayne Gregoracci, Malta.
Now, Wayne Gregoracci, Malta, 15 kilo jump to 275 kilos.
Bars loaded, 275 kilos, Gregoracci, Malta.
15-kilo increase from his opener, which moved very well, to be fair.
Looks good.
Good
And 3 white lights.
277.5 on the bar now, Martin Special, Czechia.
Martin Smerschel
Get ready.
from Czechia. 277.5.
5 kilos.
12.5 kilo jump from first to second. Oh, he really had to work, particularly the first phase of the lift, but it's good.
I think the bar got out in front of him, and I think it was a lot of effort to recover the line.
Yeah, once he got it to his knees, it was
It's
much
just a
better.
long way over it.
Now, Eric Mata, 307.5. Some big jumps going on here. Eric's jumped 17.5. Now, his first one looked easy, but one of the referees was not happy with his finishing position. The jury had a look at it, but let it go. He'd be well advised this time to perhaps just get his shoulders an inch or so further back if he can.
But he did the smart thing. He turned his head, he asked the referee what the issue was, and he nodded. So he knows now, just a little bit of extra chest up, shoulders back.
Wants to find a piece of carpet where there's no talc on the floor. That's better.
Yeah, I think so.
3 white lights.
And the refs do too.
310 on the bar now, Margus Silva. Iski.
Now, Margot Silbaum.
Van Diesvelde, Rebane. Von Hennig, get ready. Last 4 lifts in round 2.
Estonian coach, Estonian lifter, Estonian TC. And Silbaum comes out to grip and rip this bar. He will take his time getting totally psyched up, and as soon as his hands hit the bar, they will clamp around it and he will drive up. Looks good. He likes it, the referees like it. 3 white lights.
310 remains on the
Still
bar.
310 for Jeroen van Hirschvelde.
Rebane, Von Hennig, get ready. Bars loaded, 310 kilos, Jeroen van Diesvelde, Belgium.
A lot of Belgian support in the audience here.
Jeroen van Heesvelde, he's had a great day so far, taking 310 for a spin now. 25 kilos up from his opener.
Looks good.
It does, but it looks to be getting to the
Yeah, I'm not
close to
sure how
his
much
top end.
more is there.
Looks pleased with that. 315 on the bar, Reinhard Rebane, Easty.
Now this is Rabana,
Last two lifts in round
and
two.
if this is half decent, I expect to see 332.5 on the bar for his third attempt, because realistically, why would he not?
You don't get many opportunities to break a world record, sub-junior or otherwise. You can only do it at an international competition.
And if it's in your home country, then so much the better.
315
But this is his
kilos,
second round
Ivana,
attempt.
Estonia.
315 kilos. The first one with 300 absolutely flew. No.
That's a surprise, given how fast his 300 was.
Yeah.
At that, but he's good with 300 kilos.
It didn't seem like there was anything particularly wrong or any mistakes. It just seemed way too heavy.
Well, unless he's just conserving energy, and he'll still go 332.5. I don't know. He's only taken 2 squats and 1 bench to get to the deadlift.
Which would suggest that that's what he was looking for, the
Yeah.
deadlift record.
Now this is Von Hennig. 327.5 kilos. Not sure this would get him anywhere close to deadlift medal, bearing in mind what's coming this afternoon, but all he can do is put the best number on the bar he possibly can and sit back and wait.
Germany.
We have a lot of lifters pulling well over 350
Yeah.
this afternoon. I was just checking up on Rabane, and he did 321 at the World Juniors earlier this year, so missing 315 like that's a bit of a surprise.
Yes, PB was 322.5, maybe even did more at a local competition after that, but yeah. That looks
No.
good.
I'm not sure about his right knee. But as long as one referee wasn't
Yeah.
sure about his right knee either.
Well, if you weren't sure and the jury sees the pictures you see,
But it's going to be from this replay is going to be from the other side, so it's not as clear. They're
And-
talking about it, but I think it's good.
yeah, I can see Ribana's gone 315 again, so no world records in the offing. So Von Hennig leads with 327.5, Silbom on 310, Van Heesveld on 310. They are the top 3, and in total, Mata leads very convincingly with 810 from Silbom and Van Heesveld. 3 names you would normally expect to see in
Yeah.
an A group. Such is the standard here this week. Now, third round, Martin Sverchel, Czechia. He's taking 280, just a 2.5 kilo increase. Yeah, he's not coming out. He's just been courteous to his competitors and letting the time tick down in order that they are not rushed for their third and final attempts. I can just tell you, while we're waiting, Kjell Egil Bakelund still leads the best scoring points from Asen Enahoro and Jurans Kengamu. I wonder, will they still be the top 3 when Nova Pismenyi and Norlin have finished later on today?
We have some big names still to come in this competition.
That is no lift, no lift
And
for
that will be
Spencer.
recorded
290
formally as a no lift
Gregoraci
from
of Malta.
for the Czech lifter, and now we have Gregoraci from Malta. He's taking 290 for a 10 kilo personal best.
Oh, there's a miss. I saw a silver plate go on the bar, so I was just panicking a little bit, but he's taken it off. And of course, there's no need for me to be checking what's on the bar as a commentator. We have a whole bunch of referees around the platform to do just that.
And a screen to remind the spotters what the next weight is. color-coded.
The bar should be 282.5 kilos for high neck Franny. We had a double click situation, I'm afraid.
We skipped a lifter. That's what the issue was. Sometimes on the score sheet, if he double clicks accidentally, it skips a guy and goes on to the next one. So that's why there was a silver plate.
The bar is loaded, 282.5 kilos. High neck Franny, Czechia!
And also the confusion of two Czech lifters following each other, which doesn't help. But this is Franek, and this is 282.5. This will give him a total of 752.5 and a PB total by 5 kilos. That's good, and he's over 750 for the very first time. Now Wayne Gregoracci from Malta. He's the one that's having 290.
Bars loaded, 290 kilos, Gregoracci,
Of course, it's always slightly slower in the third round because the bar is cleaned between each lift. Oh, he had to really work that to the lookout. But I think it's good. Yes, 3 white lights.
315 on the bar. Reinhard Rebane.
Now Reinhard Rabana,
315 kilos on the bar for him.
he was super fast with 300. We thought 315 was a halfway point to a World Sub Junior record attempt, but 315 just did not move, so he has come back to take the same weight again.
The word you are looking for, ladies and gentlemen, is Demba. Demba, Demba, Demba. It means pull. So let's all shout this when he comes out. The bar is loaded. 315 kilos. Reinhard Rebane. Isti, Estonia.
Now, can he get it moving this time?
Of course, the sumo breaking from the floor is the tough part. But
I
that's not
cannot,
going.
I don't think I've ever seen such a difference between 300 and 315. I mean, it's what, 5%?
317.5 on
Yeah.
the bar now. Eric Marta.
Yeah, it was a surprise. So not quite sure what went wrong there.
Eric Mata from Hungary is up next. He was wearing the Bethnal Green Powerlifting Club
was.
sweatshirt yesterday, hoodie yesterday.
One of our most longest established weightlifting, powerlifting clubs in the country.
Greetings to everyone from that neck of the wood who's tuned in.
Bars loaded.
I want to say established 1927. Is that about?
I'm not going to argue with you.
It's on the t-shirt. I'm just trying to visualize what it says.
This is Eric Mata.
This will match his best pull in competition that he did at a divisional in 21. Hit 310 recently.
Well, his PB is showing us 335. I'm not sure that's entirely accurate.
Oh, I
that's
thought,
good.
I really thought he got the weight out in
That's
front of him.
good. I would say that's his best lift of the 3.
And that is a total PB by about 7.5 kilos for Eric Gabor Mata.
Yeah, see, on the screen the total PB was 860 or something. But I don't know where that's coming from.
Get ready.
Joe's just written down a suggestion. But do you think that's a PB for Mata?
Definitely, yeah.
Well,
yeah, and
well
that's his
done,
best
Eric.
total as well.
Well done, Eric.
Estonia.
Now, Margus Silbom. This to move him into Not silver medal position, but second place in the deadlift. Lifters to follow, of course. It's a great lift from Silbom.
Really
He
well
loves
judged
it.
numbers there.
3 white lights.
Good lift, Silmau. 2 lifts remain, 322.5 goes on the bar now. Jeroen van Diesvelde, Belgium. Von Henning, get ready.
Now this will put him within the group to second place in total and second place in deadlift. First place in deadlift, Von Hennig with a second round attempt, 327.5. Van Hirschfeld taking a big jump. This would be a personal best.
But he's lifted well today.
Van Diesvelde, Jeroen.
More fired up than we've seen him at any point today. Emmerich van He giving last minute encouragement from the coach's square for the biggest deadlift of his classic career. No.
It's so hard to bring enough energy right through to the end of the competition, and his second was tough, to be honest.
340 goes on the bar.
Yeah, I have to say I was surprised to see that jump from second to third, but maybe there was something specific he was lifting for. But this is the final deadlift of this morning session, well, late morning, early afternoon. But I guess if you're watching further to the west, it may still be the morning. Just after 1:45 in the afternoon here in Tartu. As we wait for Friedrich von Hennig, 340 kilos. And you know, I don't think even this has a chance of a medal this afternoon,
No, I wouldn't expect so.
which seems crazy to
It
say.
really
but
does. And that's been the progression in classic lifting. To have a raw pull that was 300 or more used to be something really quite special.
And I remember when anyone with a raw bench of over 200 was a god. Here we go.
That's a great way to finish.
Wow. What a great pull for Von Hennig. 3 white lights to end the morning session. I think we've given you everything, but let's just see this replay and then a very quick summary before we go to a break. And there we have the deadlift results with that fantastic final pull. Von Hennig is leading in the deadlift with 340. Silvam second, 317.5, ahead only on body weight from Mata with Jeroen van Hirschfelde in fourth place. And the winner of the group is Eric Mata with a new PB total of 820 kilos. Silbaum is second on 800. Von Hennig is third with that fantastic final deadlift, just 2.5 kilos ahead of Jeroen van Hirschfelde. We will take a break now. The lifting recommences at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Estonian time. That's Eastern European time. We're 1 hour ahead of Central Europe, 2 hours ahead of UK. So please join us for what promises to be a fantastic second session. Women's 69s, men's under 105s. But until then, from Joe and myself, bye for now.